Cambridge City Council now be in session. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Here.
Evancho.
Here.
Loffman.
Here.
Leonard.
Here.
Marlin.
Here.
McMillan. Wolverton.
Here.
Reading the minutes, Mr. Marlin.
I make a motion we dispense with the reading of the minutes and place on file.
Mr. Wolverton.
I second that motion.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. We're going to deviate from the mayor's report right now and make a little introduction. We have special guests with us tonight in the Cambridge City Band, and it's kind of a tradition that we've seen over the years where they've come in and done a few Christmas songs. And I know Dr. Jones here there earlier in the week, or I guess late last week, and he was able to put together a little ensemble. So, and before you leave, I have a little presentation for you, Dr. Jones. So, okay, so take it away.
This is a song called For Sale, and the definition of for sale is, God bless you and have a great, great Christmas. We're going to do one that I think everybody knows and everybody's waiting on, For St. Nick. We're going to play this, and you can get up and dance or whatever. One, two, three.
Merry Christmas.
Just stop by to check everybody's list today. Everybody get their Christmas cards out and your Christmas list to me. No? Most of you have sent yours in. Tom's was in January 1st of last year. Did a good job on it. And Little Jackie Marlowe's came in July. So, let's jump on those. Have a little gift for everyone, if you'll let me introduce myself.
Santa, you want to go to the mic and state your name and address, please?
Started living here, you know. Well, I do know you. I've got a list from-
I know which one, too.
Well, thank you, St. Nick. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Jackie, you be good.
Thanks, Santa. Merry Christmas. I already tearing up my sign.
Look at Wolf trying to shop.
That's awesome.
Evancho doesn't eat that stuff. He doesn't eat that stuff.
He'll run it off anyway.
He's on a diet. He's on a diet. He's staying lean.
A little different.
Tommy, you're a good boy.
Thank you, Santa.
All right.
Junior.
You're about right. We're checking this list real quick. No kidding.
You know I've been good. Merry Christmas,
Over on
thanks.
my
Yep.
far left is, I'm not sure where he calls himself or hails from, but he's a from Shenandoah. And his name is Lynn Zirkle. And right next to him is from Zanesville, Ohio, Jim Meritek. And right next to him is our sousaphone player, which is also from Dresden. And
Wow.
his name is Randy Cunningham. And right next to him is the oldest member of the city band at this point, all the way from Zanesville, Ohio, Mr. Richard Kruger. And he is going to be 90? Next year. And right next to him is one of our young students, and he is going to Muskingum, and his name is Levi Masters, and he says he lives fairly close to a little place called Bloomfield right now. And I'm Bert Jones, and I live in Indian Camp. And so we're glad that you all came tonight to hear us.
That's the reason we're here.
And I want to thank Santa Claus for coming. And with that, we're going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
My pleasure. Very
Yes,
good.
thank you.
Santa.
Before you go, we've had a couple things laying around the office. We were at, earlier in the year, matter of fact, February. We tried to have a little commemoration celebrating 175 years of the Cambridge City Band. And we got a call from the Secretary of State, John Husted, who was had a representative that was supposed to come down. Well, it got kind of not happening, so, but there is a certificate of commendation from the Secretary of State's office to you, Burke, for all the work that you've done with the band. And we wanted to give you that. And we also, from the mayor and council, we have a plaque for the band for commemorating their 75 years of service. So
Thank you.
Yes.
glad to finally
Yes.
be able to give that to you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, Levi.
While the band's leaving, I'll remind everybody to put their phasers on stun. Forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on with the meeting. Mr. Mayor, do the mayor's report.
Seems like we're missing something. Councilman Marlin does something a little bit beforehand, doesn't he?
He already
Dispense of
did.
the minutes.
I was trying to
did
dispense
that.
with your minutes, but
Okay, in that case, we'll just call tonight. Well, Council President, it's good seeing everybody, and got a couple things here in front. But before I go into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Last week was a little tough at the Orr House, as well as the McMillan House. And I think some of you, I think Clerk of Council knows what I'm talking about there too. That's just some of the more recent things, and not too long ago, Councilman Avancho and a couple of the others. And for those that haven't been down that road, I hope you don't have to, but when you do, anyhow, lean on each other, and thank you very much, and we'll go from there. But getting back to business, it's Monday, it's heading toward Christmas. They don't change for anybody, life goes on, and we must regroup and do that. Number one on my list would be mayor requests permission to enter into contract to purchase property. Get that into committee, and we'll get you the details on that soon. Number two, safety director requests permission to apply for the local government capital safety grant and declaring it an emergency. Got some more information there brought to my attention today, and we'd like to scramble, and my understanding from the safety director, again, they're doing that where it shows up on the computer and they give you a couple of weeks to figure it out, and unfortunately, we have to ask for an emergency on that.
Okay, we'll refer both of those to the Finance Committee.
And I really don't have a ton of things, but I do want to mention the first inaugural class of the Cambridge Police Academy did graduate Saturday night, and actually wasn't Saturday night, it was Thursday night.
Correct.
And in the room here, we have Councilman Kogel, Councilman Leonard, Randolph White's in the audience, Kim McMillan, Councilman, and Bill Kassler and Dan Davis of the media. We're all in the first class. And I just want to take my hat off to Chief Delancey, Safety Director Hill, Lieutenant Peoples, and Captain Baker, and every policeman down there, officer participated. It was just awesome. I personally was not able to attend the graduation. That was a tough day. But at the same time, it was awesome, and I think they picked an awesome spokesman going forward, and I think you'll hear more of it going forward and make our community stronger. I think it was just awesome educational opportunities for those, and I think more of you will participate going forward. And they took a donation for the police department on the police canine officer, which went real well, and there's going to be more classes coming forward. So that's just some of the information, and again, Safety Director Hill is a great contact going forward. If you have any questions about how you may or may not be involved going forward, and we'll leave it at that. Council President, that's all I have, unless anybody has specific questions.
Any questions of the mayor this evening? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go on to communications.
Request from the city auditor to make year-end transfers as needed in each department.
Any questions, or excuse me, preferences? Mr. Mancho?
Motion to refer to Finance Committee.
Mr. Marlin?
I second that motion.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, and that motion's granted. Is that it?
That's it.
How about that? Reports of committees.
Report of Finance Committee, December the 4th. We recommend that the following transfers and appropriations be approved. Transfer $500 from Code Enforcement Services by Contract to Code Enforcement Salaries. Transfer $10,000 from Municipal Court Insurance to Court Salaries. Transfer $1,185 from Municipal Court Insurance to Clerk Salaries. Transfer $3,000 from Municipal Court Insurance to Court PERS. Transfer $500 from Mayor's Insurance to Mayor's PERS. Transfer $520 from Treasurer Supplies to Treasurer Salaries. Transfer Transfer $15 from Treasurer Supplies to Treasurer PERS. Transfer $600 from Law Director Insurance to Law Director PERS. Transfer $13,500 from General Fund Miscellaneous Transfers to General Fund Miscellaneous Telephone. Transfer $2,000 from General Fund Miscellaneous Transfers to General Fund Miscellaneous Legal Fees. Transfer $5,000 from General Fund Miscellaneous Workers' Comp to Jackson Township. Transfer $4,400 from General Fund Miscellaneous County Auditor Tax Deductions to General Fund Miscellaneous Tax Refunds. Transfer $75 from Safety Administration Insurance to Safety Administration Salaries. Transfer $3,300 from Street Insurance to Street Refunds. Transfer $2,060 from Sewer Office Insurance to Sewer Office Salaries. Transfer $85,000 from Water Plant Consultants to Water Salaries. Transfer $9,500 from Water Plant Consultants to Water PERS. Transfer $370 from Water Plant Consultants to Water Medicare. Appropriate $828.98 to VOCA salary. Additional appropriation of $31,156.54 to Oakland Boulevard reconstruction.
Are there any questions of the committee on that report? I always say, except for asking Sharon to read that again.
You want me to read that again?
Next report, please.
Report of Finance Committee, December the 4th. We recommend that council authorize the administration to enter into an agreement with ODOT for the resurfacing of Dewey Avenue.
Questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, December the 4th. We recommend that council authorize the administration to enter into a master services agreement with Utility Service Company and declaring an emergency.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, December the 4th. We recommend that council authorize the administration to enter into a cooperative agreement with the Ohio Water Development Authority.
Any questions on that report? Okay, we'll move on to unfinished business. Does anybody have anything under unfinished business? If not, we'll go to the audience portion. If anybody in the audience wishes to speak to council, they can approach a microphone, give their name and address, and you'll have 5 minutes unless we deem you need more time. Anybody tonight? Okay, we'll go to new business. Anything under new business? We'll move to ordinances and resolutions.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the resurfacing of Dewey Avenue.
Mr. McConaughey. Sorry about that,
That'd be
Mr.
the city
Conway.
engineer.
That's my college roommate. Mr. Conway, sorry.
Thank you. Motion to suspend.
Yeah, Mr. Loffman.
Second to suspend.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Marlin?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Conaway?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Ms. McMillan?
Motion to pass.
Mr. Vancho?
Second the motion.
Got mine.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Conaway?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance of transfers and appropriations.
Mr. Leonard?
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Marlin?
Second to suspend.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Conaway?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Mr. Marlin?
Motion to pass.
And Mr. Wolverton?
Second the motion.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Evancho?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Conaway?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into a master services agreement with Utility Service Company and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Loffman.
Motion to suspend.
Ms. McMillan.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Conaway?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Mr. Conway
Motion to pass.
and Mr. Wolverton.
Second the motion.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Conaway?
Yes.
Loffman?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into a cooperative agreement with the Ohio Water Development Authority.
Mr. Wolverton,
Motion to suspend?
Mr. Evancho.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Leonard.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Conaway.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Marlin.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Mr. Loffman,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Conway.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Marlin.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Conaway.
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Okay, moving on to miscellaneous. Before we start, there's kind of a change in schedule. Normally, we have regular meetings on the fourth Monday, which happens to fall on Christmas this year. And normally, we'd move it to the 26th, but in order to give council members and everybody else involved time with their families, we're going to have committee meetings on the 18th at 4:30 next week, and then we're going to have a special session following Finance Committee. So that will wrap us up for the year and should free everybody up so that we won't have a council meeting on that fourth week. So, having said that, Mr. Vancho?
Kim, you had,
No,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
she had a
Well,
question.
you're going to do finance, right? No, I don't have a question.
Sorry. Yeah, the Finance Committee will meet next Monday, the 18th, at 4:30.
And then council will meet in a special session immediately following the Finance Committee. So, okay? Anybody have any questions about that? Ms. Kastler?
I also just wanted to let the council members know that we will, even though you were all unopposed and you were all reelected, congratulations, we will have swearing in next Monday as well, immediately following our special session. Former council member, now current Judge Dave Bennett will be swearing you in. So I know it's old hat for most of you, but if you want to bring family and have family members here, that will be wonderful. We will do that next Monday, immediately following the special session.
Yeah, thanks for remembering that. Before we go, I want to move on. Especially want to say to the mayor for your loss of your father, and Council Representative McMillan for the loss of her brother. That from all of council, that we certainly send our condolences and let you know that you were in our thoughts and prayers. So,
Thank you.
did you have?
I do, thank you. I do want to remind the residents of the Second Ward, and it's really not limited to the residents of the Second Ward, but tomorrow evening from 6 to 8, we will be having our community information meeting. It's going to be held at the Garfield Administration Building on South 8th Street. That is spearheaded by Chief DeLancey. He will be there, myself will be there, and there will be other various city officials there. Just kind of an information session to welcome our residents of our wards in and let them know what's happening in and around the city and some of the things that the police department is doing and we as a city are doing as well. So I encourage my fellow council members to attend if you can. They are scheduling future meetings in the other wards, probably, I'm sure, after the first of the year. But tomorrow night is the Second Ward at Garfield from 6 to 8.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Seeing nothing, Mr. Marlin?
Before we adjourn, I would like to let the community know that Avon, Hallbar, and Grandview are going to have the Luminaire this year. My wife is in the audience, but she didn't want to speak, so I'm going to say something for her. She really likes that. But anyway, on Christmas Eve at 6 o'clock, we are bringing the Luminaire back, and we pretty much have 100% participation, and just wanted to let the community that was an important thing that the community had been doing for 50 years, and we kind of took a break for 2 years on that because it's a very, getting into it, we were finding out that it's a big undertaking, and my wife is heading that, and I give her all the credit, and it was her idea to start it, and other than that, I make a motion, we adjourn.
We are adjourned. Thank you.